Hello, everybody. My name is Delzar and today we're going to do a reaction video checking into the FUNKe game mechanics. Yeah, this is a FUNKe study. I have no idea what the fuck this is. I just know that I enjoyed this channel those few times that I watched it, so yeah. Anyways, let's begin.
The video you're watching won't just be about games that intentionally crash and make you reopen them. I find fake-out humor, while entertaining, can be often unchallenging and
Bitch, no.
easy to cover. Instead, I'll be focusing on fourth wall mechanics and storytelling devices that fake.
Hold up. What the fuck?
Instead, I'll be
By the way, his character design is so fucking good. It's the fucking bomb head. It detaches. The hoodie is so nicely done as well. The movement, even the camera angles and how it moves the camera around and it follows him is so nice.
Instead, I'll be focusing on fourth wall mechanics.
Also, are those arrows? And they're so like I know it's obviously an umbrella, right? But the fact that I can see arrows along its edges makes me think of it as something else, as if it's like walls of force.
And storytelling devices that
And then all of a sudden
fall
it
under the
changes.
umbrella of.
Oh, then it okay, so it's like transparent, translucent, whatever the fuck the word is.
I'm also not going to use the word once.
Use the word and maintain once. What?
I'm also not going to use the word
Imitate?
once because I consider it a slur. Anyways,
What?
let's walk through this video.
Oh well.
The out-of-bounds glitch is as certain as the sun rising in our skybox. Name a game and someone's probably broken out of it by now.
Shit, I have a whole fuck ton of things that I do in tabs, and one of the most easy glitches that I've always found is just going, random wall, walk through that hoe.
Here's how to prove Link's Earth is flat and jump off the world.
What allows this to happen is any developer oversight that lets players escape the play area. Things like a missing boundary box collision. Or any mechanic that overrides the player's position in the world. It's not unlike your cat squeezing its body through a microscopic hole in the fence.
Oh god.
There's something so human about the desire to turn a wall into a door and a door into a portal. If a game's cool, it'll actually use this as a feature in some way, rewarding players who escape the play area with some kind of a wink or a nod. For all the examples of it being used as an Easter egg, though, I couldn't find many examples of it being a primary mechanic. This led me to Itch.io, which led me to a tiny game called Hammer Space. It seems to be a development build of a late 90s shooter that was so error-trodden you can't equip the intended weapons. All you can use is a scrapped hammer item with a supposed high-priority bug. Hey, you know what they say, l'appel du vide, or as the French would put it, he's using that wrong.
What the oh.
Damn right I'm using this hammer wrong. I'm traversing just outside the level while platforming back into it to access keys and thwack enemies. It also gives them a case of the wiggles. Keys are also reset when you wall walk, so parts of the level have to be completed without glitches. You can go around reading internal feedback on the game, but don't expect too big of a picture. This game was made in a week and is about 5 minutes long. If my hands were on the wheel of making a game like this, I'd probably take a few cues from any % speed runs.
We have to contain this.
By the way, any % just means skipping through parts of the game by, well, any means necessary. People treat Doom 2016 like it's a 3D platformer. You climb around
What the fuck?
walk on the ceiling, blast.
What is this, pixel gun? Why are you allowed to do this bullshit?
Jump your way across gaps. It's like a totally different game is being played. The same could be said of any % speed run. Metroid Prime's got a crazy one. Portal, yeah.
Oh.
Sekiro, Morrowind,
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Portal is one of those games where this actually makes sense to do, because you're all about fucking teleportation and making short distance. Like within the canon of its own world, I could see an infinite speedrun making sense.
Every video game ever. All I'm saying is when lightning strikes the same spot 100 times, eventually a developer is gonna come along and hold a bottle out to it. Making a game by breaking a game is pretty cool in concept. I'd go more in detail about my theoretical pitch, but I'm no dev and I'm no speedrunner. You could even say I'd be on the outside looking in.
Don't. Oh no! 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 Turn this shit back.
We've all come to recognize that iconic Miyamoto quote, "Delay your game, or I'll delay your breathing." So much can happen accomplished.
Is that actually a fucking quote? Is that actually a fucking quote? Let's just say quote. An actual fucking quote. Oh, delay your game or I'll delay your breathing. What the hell?
Game's development. One big change in its art style or its gameplay, and suddenly your release window is kaput. For example, you ever order French fries and find a curly in it? That's basically why RE4 took 6 years.
I seriously
to make.
doubt that
Even
thing
Halo
is
from
actually
Bitstar
ever
is a
said.
real-time strategy game.
Man, this isn't Halo, dude. Stop showing me this old PC game.
Oh, my mistake. Then it became a third-person game.
Isn't this from Final Fantasy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, we don't want to publish this game, dude.
The rest is history, but that's not to say delays are always a good sign. They're even associated with the concept of development hell. One sweet vision and suddenly months of work get undone. One overambitious feature and now you've cornered yourself with a promise. Also, that Miyamoto quote, he never actually said it.
Ha! Haven was right. Anyways.
Delayed, rushed, spoiler alert, everything ever made had a show of development. I didn't hit puberty until I was 15. This might all seem like random stuff to be saying, but I promise I'm going somewhere with it.
Yeah, I trust you.
Tough decisions have to be made. Efficient developers will salvage anything useful from the older game while sacrificing parts that don't serve a new purpose. Sometimes even cool experiences end up removed because they just aren't practical to implement. With BioShock Infinite, early on there were these promises of skyrail obstacles, story factions. You could even step into the reality tears and interact with them.
You'll be in a space and you'll see a skyline that doesn't exist in the Columbia that Booker is in.
But behind the scenes of it all, Irrational Games was shedding developers left and right. Supposedly
what the
features were
fuck?
getting the same treatment. Meanwhile, they still hadn't figured out the core game yet. I actually liked BioShock Infinite, but one could imagine the stress of working on it when the 4 games of content you made...
That makes sense that it was false because the man doesn't have the vibes of someone who would say that. If that makes sense. I don't know enough about Miyamoto to actually draw a conclusion. But yes, that does make sense from what you're saying.
It all get canned at the finish line. You may be wondering, what does any of this have to do with the video title? Well, imagine everything I just explained to you about development hell, delays, and BioShock Infinite was the premise of a video game. A creator with no core game idea, a team being slowly decimated with time, and most telling of all, a graveyard of...
Wait, I want to quit, and what else? I didn't read the yellow one. I just looked at the red one. Replacement hire.
Telling of all, a graveyard of features.
Scrap character dynamics. Wildly different early build.
Features dropped late in development. As a playtester, you don't have much control over the situation.
Captured. Creature trapped. Creatures can be edited with E key.
But anything that you hack might.
Good, you found a way inside that monster's
What
head.
the fuck?
It turns out you can actually manipulate much of the game under the creator's noses. For example, I found a scrapped enemy type, ripped its propellers off, and then stuck them on a turtle.
Ah!
My name's Craig. Then I rode Craig out of bounds and found a secret message.
Naughty, naughty. You're not even supposed to be here yet, boss.
Yeah, this game's not easy to explain, but it does make sense when you learn the people who made it formerly worked on BioShock. What if all the missing features of a game were secretly still accessible? What if you could run around a broken demo Frank?
That's so fucking interesting. Okay, I do wonder though if it's just that they went, hey, we're not allowed to make them into the game we wanted to put them in. Fuck it, we're gonna add them to something else. Just mishmash, shove everything into one place. Fuck yeah. Got an impression that the man's kind of reserved and polite. Might be wrong though, but yeah, that makes sense.
Frankensteining things together to progress. There's so much heartbreaking symbolism for something planned but never accomplished. Not just the cancellation of a game, but the very stillbirth of a metaphorical and literal child. If you visit the
Damn.
origin point of the world, 000, legend has it.
This tree bears impossible fruit.
It's emulative of the work of Davy Reedon, that being the Stanley Parable and the Beginner's
Ooh.
Guide. These premises accept themselves.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about the Stanley Parable most of this time, but I was like, does that really count? Because everything in that game feels like you're supposed to be doing it anyways. Although technically it does mean that you're going outside the bounds of the game that it tells you to. No, it does count. I didn't know that they made another game though. I only knew for Stanley Parable.
How players interact with that knowledge, the illusion of choice, the intent of artists, and lastly, the interplay of promises. The Magic Circle is also like those games in that you'd have more fun playing it than hearing it described. That doesn't mean it'll blow your mind, but you might come out of it a little more sympathetic to the people making your favorite games. God only knows how often great things become diffused with mediocrity. Oh, thanks, Craig. I've been looking for these. I had more mechanics to talk about, but this feels like an organic stopping point. Too much self-awareness.
So part
is
1's and part
exhausting,
2.
But too little of it can ruin your life.
Part 3.
Find a middle ground. You really want to see the rest of these examples, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Just a peek.
View, attention, speech, action, livelihood, effort, concentration, mindfulness. Death is not the end. Okay, so that's the view. Inherent impermanence. Okay, so that's action, speech, and intention. Speak without conceal, which is involving just speech. Okay. Yield to boundaries. That's action. Okay. Forego the unessential, your livelihood, and at the same time, effort. Okay. Control your feelings is effort. Retentive insight and broaden understanding. Okay, these are very interesting, but none of this makes sense to me because it's just a big diagram.
Oh, that's the wrong page.
Fuck. Lab rags. You use your own ragdolls to platform. It's cute. No players online. Analog horror where an abandoned source server has a spooky ghost in it. That braille thing from Gen 3 of Pokemon. Like the manual of the game came with a braille chart. You have to reference it to catch 3 Reggies, plus you have to do a bunch of scavenger hunt stuff. Sorry, there's fucking braille in Pokemon? What the fuck?
How's that for meta?
Snowgrave. Hey! Absolutely devastating to my emotions, but hey! No more heroes. Oh goodness, my sword needs to be recharged. Starts jacking off. Fucking god. All Metal Gear Solid, Codec Frequencies, Psycho Mantis, fight. Oh yeah, Psycho Mantis! Idiom mode, that is funny overhead view. Comet Snake makes god.
Oh, I said it. Just didn't want.
Wait a second, what?
Okay, fine. Just a peek. Oh, that's the wrong page. How's that for meta? Oh, I said it. Just
Oh, the word he said at the very beginning was meta. Okay, that checks out. Yeah. Anyways, the links in the description. Please go fucking support this artist. Yeah. Go support them. The links will be in the description. If you want to check me out as well, thank you. But please go support them first. Okay, that's been your moment of silence to go and check them out. Now here comes the part where I start plugging myself. Like this video if you enjoyed it. comment because you have something you want to say to me. Or just anything you want to say, really. Then you got subscription, which has two reasons. Number one, you think that I'm somebody worthy of your subscription. And two, you think that I am someone you want to come back around and support. Thank you very much. Besides that, I got a link at the very bottom if you want to check me out. It's got all my socials, okay? It also has my Fiverr if you want to commission me for 3D model shit. Besides that, have a lovely day. Goodbye.